Hey, I just wanted to jump on here and talk about the situation in Minneapolis and the hurt and the fear that so many people are feeling right now. Um, what we're seeing is simply devastating to watch, and it doesn't look like America. It doesn't look like what I hope that our country would look like in 2020. The anger, the division, the frustration that so many people feel because their lives are not being valued. But this is America in 2020, and this is happening. And so let's be clear: violence is wrong, looting is wrong, rioting is wrong, but too many people feel like they're not being heard. We have to listen more. We've got to listen to each other and talk to each other more. I think for a lot of white people, we hear about Ahmaud Arbery being murdered in Georgia and George Floyd in Minnesota. And we see that video of Christian Cooper being threatened in Central Park, and we're appalled that this could be happening in 2020. But then the news cycle moves on, and we forget all about it, and we stop talking about it until the next time that it happens. But the black community doesn't have that luxury of being able to stop thinking about or change the channel. They're living it every single day, every single week. And as a member of Congress, my first instinct is to do something about it, fix it with legislation. Sure, there's some ways that passing laws can help, but the fact is that laws can't change attitudes or fix prejudice. Only people can do that. And so as a white leader, the best thing that I think that I can do right now is listen. Listen and not move on when the news cycle does. To remember what this feeling feels like, not just today or tomorrow, but the next day and the one after that and the one after that. And we also need to be having these really tough conversations about this with people that need to hear it most. And these conversations can be really uncomfortable because they force people to think about their own biases, and also forces us to recognize that as a country, we really haven't progressed as much as we'd like to think that we have. But that's what makes these conversations so important. And we've got to push ourselves and our loved ones to fight back against racism and stand up for one another like neighbors. And I will never truly understand how it feels to experience racism. I'll never have to worry about my son when he's older being hunted down when he's on a run because of the color of his skin, or being followed around in a convenience store because of the color of his skin. So it's on me to listen to the experiences of the black community and learn how I can do my part to make things better. And right now, we should be mad as hell about these senseless killings. But we also need to make sure that our outrage lasts longer than the next news cycle, and that we keep having these conversations in our everyday lives. Conversations with our family and our friends, people who may not fully grasp the seriousness and the gravity of this issue. And the only way that we're going to begin to change lives is if we get out of our comfort zone. We get out of our own bubbles, and we tell someone that this bothers us and that it should bother them too. And yeah, these conversations, they're going to be uncomfortable, but it's the only way that we're going to sound the alarm to the injustices that are occurring in our country. And personally, I'm committed to listening, and I'm committed to having those tough conversations. The question is, are you?